We welcome you to Blues Game Day Live alongside Joe Vitale, Darren, Robert Pang, and the Blues practicing behind us here at Enterprise Center. The game tonight against the Arizona Coyotes begins at 7 o'clock Central Time. We hope that you can join us on the radio side. It'll be 6:30 pregame on that 50,000-watt blowtorch KMOX with Curbs and Joe. And John Kelly and I have the call at 7 o'clock on Fox Sports Midwest.
Darren, before we get going,
yes.
I do have something for you, though. This came in the mail. It's Darren's phone. It's been a long couple days without your phone. Darren left it on the bus after the San Jose game. Darren has a habit of missing stuff, losing stuff, and old Richie boy with the Blues had it FedEx back to him.
That is fantastic.
I wanted to present that with you. It's not a bobblehead, but it is your phone.
That is absolutely.
You probably got 300-400 text messages.
That's better than John. That's better than John Hamm joining us on the air right there.
Now you're back.
I'm back in action 100%. Right now.
So if you've been out there trying to reach Darren, he's got his phone. You can call him now. He's not ignoring you.
No, not ignoring you. Thanks, Joe. I appreciate
You're
that.
welcome, buddy. You're welcome. We got a game tonight.
Anytime I leave a bus or a plane or a rink, can you please check everything for me?
It's completely my fault.
Okay, thanks, big boy. Now that we got that out of the way.
Yes.
I mean, for 9 years, it was Chaser's fault. He's just handing it off to you.
That's right.
Okay, and there's a lot of responsibility being my pal.
They didn't tell me this was on the job description when I was hired here, but you have to adjust. This is a game of adjustments.
Good job, big boy.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you for that.
You're welcome.
Thank you for that. In other news for tonight's game, without Vladdy Tarasenko, which is tough news, no question about that, Robert Thomas skating on that top line. And I think the crescendo of development where Robert Thomas, from the time he stepped on that ice in preseason to now, Joe, has been pretty impressive, hasn't it?
It really is, and this is probably what you see every year, and it's my first year doing it, but when you can see the development, especially in a 19-year-old kid, so encouraging to see. You know, I thought he looked so timid when he started this year, a little scared at times. I mean, it's a National Hockey League, you're a teenager, for gosh sakes, and now he's out there. He's going to be on the top line. He's deserved it. He scored 2 big goals in Anaheim. I think that's given him a lot of confidence, and if you ask him, you know, what are you going to do tonight, I think it's important for Robert Thomas. You're playing with 2 of the best players on the team. Don't react to what they're doing. Don't look for them. Don't look for Ryan O'Reilly. Don't look for Braden Shen. He's got a gift. It's his speed. He's got to skate. And Ryan O'Reilly and Braden Shen, such smart players, they'll react off him. They'll read off him because they've been doing this so long. So for Robert Thomas, taking his own hands tonight, use his speed, and let the 2 guys on side of you just kind of react to what you do.
He's got great edge work, doesn't he?
He does.
I mean, he's a natural centerman. He's coming to the NHL and he's playing the wing, and that's not easy. But his ability to escape, his ability to stop on a dime and make a play, it is something special. And it's amazing now when we look at it that he slipped to number 20 overall. And I can see why the Blues staff and their amateur staff, led by Bill Armstrong, were so excited when he was available at 20.
Absolutely. You look at that little move, what you're talking about in the corners, you'll see it tonight. He's got the puck, he'll kind of stutter step a little bit, and he'll lose defenseman that way. And he's got that quick little button-ups and turn-ups. He comes into the zone, and he's elusive. He can lose bodies very easily.
And competitive.
Very competitive.
Something that Craig Berube said yesterday after practice, and I think Craig's got a great eye for just describing things. He's not a quote machine, but if you listen intently, he's a quote machine.
Yeah.
And I think that the spirit that Robert's playing on, and the fact that he is making those little plays. I think earlier on, and you know this as a younger player, if you turn the puck over in certain spots of the ice and your teammates are expecting that puck to be somewhere, they get frustrated.
Yeah,
absolutely. Is that the biggest improvement you've seen with Robert, that he holds on to it, his patience is a little bit better now?
Absolutely. I think it's been a whole group effort, but you just talking about Robert, I agree. You know, so many times, you know, coming from juniors, those plays are there, and you have to learn sometimes the hard way that those little slip passes, those spots, those spaces that are open, they close up very quickly in this league. The defensemen are bigger, they have good sticks, they're smart. They know where the young players are going to go. I think Robert saw that at the beginning of the year. I think those spaces they were just gone, and he had a lot of turnovers at the beginning of the year. He learned the hard way. He's starting to take care of the puck now. He's curling up. If he doesn't have a play, you live to fight another day. You chuck it behind the net. You let Pat Maroon, or a big body, go to work with it, hold on to it, and look for a high percentage play.
Yeah, I wonder how much it helped Robert Thomas playing with Pat Maroon previously. He's not going to play with him tonight. But Pat's game is about getting that puck down low. Pat's game is about holding on to the puck and wearing down the defenseman. So the last thing Pat wants is to chase it back 200 more feet back the other way. He's worked hard to get it in the offensive zone, but I wonder how much of an influence that's had on not only Robert, but a lot of the young forwards.
That'd be a great question to ask Pat, because you're absolutely right. I mean, Pat, bigger body, he's solid as a rock. We all know that, and he takes pride in holding on to the puck, and he makes his money behind the net.
Yeah.
Give him the puck right there. Feed the big dog, as they say. And when you turn the puck over, you see Pat just bury his head and just have to chug.
It's no fun.
It's no one wants to do that, let alone Pat. So yeah. Not fun.
Speaking of Pat Maroon, yesterday we had a big scare at practice over at the Mills, and it looked as if, honest to goodness, it looked, and the reaction was as if he's really wounded a limb. And to get the news that he's out on the ice right now and skating with the same line he was with yesterday is amazing. A bit more of a scare with a skate blade, more so than a twisted up knee or an ankle. This is great news.
Incredible news. Yeah, it looked like he stepped on a grizzly bear trap in the woods. He was just wounded and hurt, and he had some of it. The trainer Ray came out there, and a player helping him off the ice, and
it took 6 players. You're not carrying that guy off lightly, and he had no weight on his right side.
You can't just call any tow truck to get the big rig off the road. You gotta call in the reinforcements.
Yeah, you do.
But he's out here today, and good news. Good news for Pat Maroon. Good news for all the Blues fans.
Yeah, very much so. And the other news, we'll take care of this tidy inventory, as they say. David Perron. I mean, yesterday when Pat Maroon went down, he went from being the fourth pair on the defensive side of it. He was actually pretty good right D with Michael Del Zotto there. He's looking to change his contract up and be an offensive-minded D. No, that's not the case, but he ended up sliding right in there with Schwartz. Who was he with yesterday? Is that right? Yeah, Schwartz and Bozak. And bang, David Perron was absolutely flying. Now, interestingly, after the skate, the words from the coach was, when he decides he wants to play, he's got a spot. I know that Craig Berube really likes the way he plays, and he gives him a lot of confidence as well. So the Blues can't wait for David Perron to come back.
Absolutely.
It looks like it's an imminent return, but not tonight.
Yeah, it could not be tonight, but it could be any day now. I mean, we were watching practice yesterday, and
looks great.
Oh, he looks so good. I mean, just the tight spaces. They did a 3-on-3 drill down low, a battle drill, 3-on-3 down low, and his ability to make a play when there's like nothing there, like his ability to know where the winger is going to be, puts it to a spot and have a scoring chance, or his ability to hold on to a puck. That's something I think this Blues group has really missed in David Perron. His ability, his strength, holding on to pucks down low. I mean, when he has a puck down there, I mean, I would put him up against Pat Maroon as being the toughest player maybe in this team right now to take the puck and strip it from him. So when he's ready, yeah, absolutely. This is going to be a guy that's going to be humming, chomping at the bit to get back in the lineup, and the Blues can use him. And
it looks like the D pairings will all stay the same here for tonight's game. So Jordan Binnington, looks like he's going to be the goaltender on home ice after, boy, Jake Allen has really played some great hockey. It's amazing his record in the month of March with 30 wins and, only 8 losses. And then he had the overtime loss. But, I mean, it's been something else. But he gets a break in this one. The boys got a tough trip coming up once again, just getting on the road and going into Ottawa, going into Pittsburgh. But it'd be good for Jordan Binnington to get into the game and be sharp right off the hop. I think parts of his game have been slipping somewhat. I know Dave Alexander's working with them, little things, just handoffs, communication, playing the puck. So that's an area that I'm going to be watching for in tonight's game with Jordan Binnington.
I think so. And, David Alexander was out here with Jordan. They were one of the first people on the ice here today working on just the hand-eye, just watching pucks come all the way in, just like a catcher or an outfielder in baseball. Watch it all the way in, blocker, glove side, both ways. So looking for a regroup from Jordan here tonight. You know what, Darren, it's not going to be easy. We were talking about the Coyotes got shellacked last night in Chicago. I thought they were very weak in front of the net. And as you know, Rick Tocchet, he's going to have these boys responding. It's going to be, I expect to be a low-scoring game. I think there's going to be some heavy battles in front.
Yeah, I agree with you. Whenever the Coyotes have come into town, and they're still fighting and clawing for a playoff spot, and they've done a great job with the personnel that they've had, the injuries that they've had to endure, and Rick Tocchet will have them forechecking like crazy, like he did in the last game here. Forechecked hard. The first man in is going to be hard. He's going to take a body. The second man's going to be in there as well. And even when they're shorthanded, they're very aggressive with Grabner back in the lineup.
Yeah,
he's flying again. And they're a shorthanded machine. They've got 9 million goals shorthanded. It's a record.
It's a speed. It's a speed alone. I mean, look, just Grabner, for example, when 5-on-4, he finds a little area and boom, he's gone. So he's been a huge help. They have been dealing with a lot of injuries, but like you mentioned, Rick Tocchet, he's using their speed, he's using their youth, and compete. I mean, just the face of adversity. They picked the right coach, I believe, for the Arizona Coyotes. He's got this group up and coming, and it's going to be a tough matchup here tonight.
I picked the right partner right here, too, because I got my phone back. So I'm really excited about that. And I saw a bunch of your buddies last night over at Fleming's. I did something for Cancer Care with Joe Fresta, and all I met were Vitali friends. It was fantastic.
Thanks.
Anyway, everybody says
Joe's family,
everybody's
all CBC community, great people.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody's very excited about the great job that you're doing as well. So great work, big guy. So pregame's 6:30 tonight, both on the radio and the television side. 7 o'clock puck drop. Hope you can join us. Have a great day, everybody. It's beautiful out there. So for Joe Vitale, I'm Darren Pang.